evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How everybody doing out there? Good evening, 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 good evening. Man, nobody gonna join me this evening. I know I don't get ahead too often, but what's going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a tremendous Thursday, April 1st, 2021. What's going on? Hey, listen, you know what I want to talk about? Do people add value? Do people take value away? Sit back and think about it. Ask yourself that question. Do people add value or do people take value away? Okay, what's up, man? 83, what's up? What's up? Do people add value or do people take value away? And what I mean by that, when you talk about value, the ninth, okay, the underscore ninth, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, Joyce Simpson, I'm here even though you have ignored your email. Nah, I don't remember getting no email from you. Hey, Just Blaze, what's up? James Brown, hey, what's up, man? Claude Butler, what's up? Hey, do people add value? Do people take value away? Think about that. Grace and peace to you. Joyce Simpson, I don't remember getting the email from you. Did you email Brian Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com? Okay, normally I'm prompt, but I don't remember getting an email from you. Um, but as I was saying, salute from the 757. Oh man, Virginia Beach, what's up? Hey, but do people add value? People take value away. And what I mean by that is this: when people talk about value, the first thing coming out of my mouth is monetary. It don't have to be money. It could be encouragement, enlightenment, comedy. People that cheer you up. Peace, peace, Chris. What's up? People empower you. People help you push you to the next level to become a better you. So that's what I mean as far as do people add value or people take value away. The difference right now is these days in time, you need somebody out there that's going to motivate you. Edward Williams, how you doing, man? And if you're around people and they're not motivating you, they're not uplifting you, they're not encouraging you, you don't need to be around them. Fred Brinkley, what's up, man? Love you saying no name so much, okay? Hey, look, that's who I am, man. This is my ministry. Royal Mom, what's up, Sag? How you doing? But what I'm just trying to say is, okay, I will check again. Been trying to order your book. Listen, right now is I got a new order coming in now, so I got a new order coming in hopefully by next week. Hit me up, Brian Brian Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 at yahoo.com and get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book. A true story of change and redemption. A true story. If I can change, anybody can change. Because change come from where? Change come from within. And like I told you people, when I talk about my story is a true story of change and redemption. It's my ministry. I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. I talk about a lot of different things. Even when you sit back and you think about it, look at that situation with those two little girls, 13 and 15 years old in DC, and they kill a Uber Eat driver. What part of the game is that? Sag, Royal Moms, how you doing? You should get your books, you know, but what part of the game is that? 13 and 15 years old. Okay, I'm 150 page into going to finish it tomorrow. Right, take your time, man, take your time. But the difference is you got 13, 15 years old out there, they wanted a joyride. How can a joyride turn to murder? That's ridiculous. Their life that they know is over with. And sit back and think about it. Even you hear, like, with some of the videos, one of the girls, they trying to pull her out of the car for safety, and she thinking about, I gotta get my phone. I want my phone. Can you help me start my business clothing? Well, how can I help you? Let me know how can I help you. But she said she had to get a phone. She worrying about her phone. Y'all just killed the man. Y'all wanted a joyride. 13 and 15 years old, down in DC. Don't get me wrong, girls. So when you look at it, we're the parents. Why didn't y'all buy property in Brooklyn back in the days? You know what, like I told you right now, education is a monster. Education is a monster. The difference is right now, different people bought different things. Even right now, like I say, what I used to do, money, back then, is you was afraid that it's going to be taken, so I used to bury money. As you say, they are adding to that they're adding to that multi-billion dollar prison system. And people, we have to get out there Put the voice out there, put the word out there, get them to understand. Listen, life is worth living. Life is worth living. Life is worth living. But what we need is clear direction. We need a roadmap. We need, we got smartphone. So the difference is right now is, and that's another thing, I'll probably do a piece on phones. Phone is addiction. Phone is like, the phone is, you know what? A phone, the cell phone is worse than crack, worse than heroin, worse than popping pill, worse than alcohol. The cell phone can be a blessing and a curse. For the most part, it's been cursed. And the difference is the cell phone is the new crack, the new drug. And guess what? Everybody's addicted to it. Okay, Betty, let me rephrase that. That's wrong. I can't say everybody is addicted to the phone, but majority of us is addicted to the phone. I'm on the phone right now doing a YouTube live, April 1st, 2021. Guess what? I'm on the phone. Everybody's addicted. Love the book. Great reading. Any plans on a second book, man? You know what? Having time, man. You know what? Having time, man. That's a tedious process doing a book. I sent the email second time on March 7th for the correct. You are the correct. I am addicted to my phone. My life is on it. And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, we are addicted to these devices. And the difference right now is we're somewhat so consumed with that. They even show you how much time that we be on the phone. Whether you on YouTube, emails, your yahoo.com, google.com, whatever you on. Even right now, we do a lot of stuff, texting, calling. We do so much with this instrument, you know? Super Glaze, what's up, Money Matt? Sit back and think about it. Years ago, with phones, only phone you had was the rotary phone in your house. And then you had the payphone. Okay, besides the payphone, what did you have? Back then, only people had like cellular phone, car phone, was doctors, lawyers, drug dealers, pimp, hustlers. And the difference is right now they just get those bills, three, four, $5,000 bills. But somewhere down the line, somebody's got real creative. Let's give everybody phone. And what the heck did they do that for? Which we can borrow that cell phone addiction and sell that. Wow, you're right. Let's do the fast from the phone, 14 days. Listen, the fact that she said my phone is in there is wicked on so many levels. But like I told you right now, was guess what? Okay, how do they get wicked? How did that girl got wicked? The phone is the new mark of the beast. They know your every move. Yeah, it is. But the difference is right now, how these kids got so wicked. You know how they got so wicked or whatever? Guess what? Sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. A lot of times right now, when we beat, physically beat, cause a blunt front, what do you call? Blunt trauma, blunt force trauma. When you beat your kids, when you beat the living daylight out of them, guess what? Sometimes that cause trauma. Sometimes that cause some type of mental sidetrack. Some on this channel thinking somebody finally had the same last name as me. Like I said right now, my name is Gibbs, Gibbs. But thank you, thank you. Before you go and criticize the younger generation, remember who raised them. And nobody trying to criticize the younger generation. What I'm trying to do is find a solution to the problem. So nobody trying to criticize anybody. Trust me, me of all person, I'm not in position to criticize anybody. What I try to do is try to understand. Because once again, it's a different time and era. And what we trying to do is prevent history from repeating itself. Like, getting the control on it, getting to understand them, get them look in the mirror and see what is the future, what the future can look like. Sometime right now, take your kids and like, you know what, listen, put them in the bathroom, put them in the bathroom, leave them there for, say an hour, cut off the glass, cut off the light. Who is God Tony? God Tony, God Tony, God Tony. God Tony's my little brother. God Tony's my little brother. Good guy, good guy. I love him to death. Them same period. That's who God Tony is. God Tony, was once upon a time down for me. He was a big part of me. Yeah, so that's like my little brother. But once again, take your kid, put him in the bathroom, let them stay there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and let them know how do that feel. And you know what? When you let them know and ask that question, how do it feel? You ask them, imagine you got to be in this type of room, the bathroom. It's like a jail cell, 23 to 24 hours a day, a year, 5 years, 10 years, or even life. based upon the wrong decision that you may make. But what we have to get them to understand is this: how can we expect these kids to follow any rules and regulation by the city, state, federal, when they can't even follow rules and regulation in their own home? I went to the beach recently and the beach was lit up with everybody on the phone. Hey, like I told you right now, the phone is the big distraction, is a big addiction. But the difference is like now, what we have to do is get these kids to understand it's not worth it. Get them to understand, like right now, was it is life. You don't have to take shortcut to get it. Who is Carl Bazemore? Carl Bazemore, they call him I God, but I knew him as Carl Bazemore. He's from the Hill. He did his thing. Him and Zeke, wasn't you friend with the real 50 Cent? Yes, I was friend with Kelvin Martin. We grew up together as kids on Horsey Street. I lived on 685 Horsey Street, and he had family member Pop, Michelle, Cannon. Yeah, Pop, Michelle, and Cannon. And damn, I forgot the other one name. But yeah, we all grew up together, all of us. But folks, listen. Okay, another guy named Greggy Walsley. Nah, not that I know of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that person, probably by face, man. Right now as you get older, you see how many people. I told was he who 50 Cent, what, 5'2", 5'3"? 50 Cent was a little short guy. He's a real short. But getting back to what I'm trying to say is this, like, how do we get these kids to understand, what, like, there's a life. You can have a life. Who was Zeke? Zeke was Carl Bazemore. Like, they was together. If you saw Zeke, you saw Carl Bazemore. They was like partners, on the hill. But listen, folks, listen. What do we need to do? How can we come together, get some type of like community going, even online? They do everything else online. How do we get some type of program going and trying to come up with the right solution to get our kids, your kids, my kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids, the future generation, to get them to understand that crime is it don't pay. It's no shortcut in life. The difference is, you know what? Teach them work ethic. Teach them the value of a dollar. Teach them the importance of having good credit. What do we need to do? How can we do it? That's the difference. How can we put our heads together to come up with a solution to the problem? Get them to understand right from wrong. But once again, how can we expect them to follow state, federal, and local city government rules and regulation when when they can't even follow simple Simon rules and regulation in their own household? They already set up for failure. Samuel Forster, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, listen, like I said right now, check out the new piece I just dropped about Frenchie. Frenchie, right now versus the Supreme Team. Check that piece out. Check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe, share my story. Share. That's the biggest thing you can do. You don't have to hit the like button. If you don't want to hit the like button, share it. That's all I'm asking you to do. Share, share, share. But the difference is right now, what we have to do to be better, we need parents to stick together. I work and drive and listen to your video every day. Hey, Bus Town, how you doing, BC? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, Baltimore JD, salute to you, man. But what do we need to do, or what can we do? What can we do? Like right now, I am not the smartest person. I'm not the dumbest. But what can we do? It's hard head people. Sometimes they need their own revelation, man. Like Money Man, not always the case, man. Not always the case. If I burn my hand on that stove and you telling me it's hot, I shouldn't have to. I gotta believe you. I'm seeing the pain when you jump up and down, like touching that hot stove. You touching that hot stove and like you just shaking, jumping up and down, screaming. Was Pappy and Prince, the Wallace and Queens. Like I said right now, it all depends upon your definition of wow. Like, the bottom line is right now is they had a respect. What's up with Supreme? Which Supreme? Supreme McGriff or Supreme Magnetic? What Supreme you talking about? Listen, folks, share my content. Go to my YouTube channel. Glaze, what's the best book you have ever read? The best, Poor, Black, and in Real Trouble. I forgot the author. We can pray and get out there like you doing, spreading positivity. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Poor Black and in Real Trouble. I forgot Jerome Wright. I forgot who made that book. And another one was Make Me Wanna Holler, Nathan McCall. Another book was damn, what's his brother name? Why should white guy have all the fun? Damn. his last name was Lewis. I can't even think, but great book. Great book, great book, great book. Listen, check out my channel. You know, check out the content, share the content, and right now is guess what? Let's get together from a respectful, positive level and try to find solution to some of this problem. There's a lot of problem out there. Once again, how did I start this? Do people add value? People take value away. Reginald Lewis, man, yeah, Reginald Lewis. Reginald Lewis, that book was excellent, man. You know, may his soul rest in peace, man. He was the first brother that acquired what, like $1 billion corporation, you know? Was Baby Sam Crew as strong as Eminem? You know what? Wow, that's a powerful question. What I have to say, honestly speaking, I think Baby Sam Crew was stronger than my crew. And why I say that? Because Baby Sam had a bunch of individuals that was down with him. They all could have been leaders, from Johnny Ray to Sean Proof Amar to Victor Breland. And basically, right now, we was younger than those guys, and I had a young crew. So yeah, I had to give Baby Sam and them the edge. God bless. But you know, once again, like I was saying, do people add value? People take value away. And once again, that's the same thing with our kids. We got to watch who our kids hang out with because you got followers and you got leaders. You got people that set trend and people follow trend. You know your kids. You know your kid better than anybody. So the difference is right now is don't have them around these individuals right now with that negative mentality with nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? You're around these kids. You know these kids, especially from the neighborhood. And it's not that we think we are better than anybody, but the objective is how do you protect them from going around or going down that wrong road? How do you protect them? And you have to be aware of who they are, and who they surround themselves with, and what they're listening to. Listen to right now the type of music they listening to. It's a bunch of profanity, a bunch of, crazy stuff. G Glaze, you know Jamel. May his soul rest in peace. Yes, I knew Jamel, little Jamel. Jamel, my man. I love Jamel. And may his soul rest in peace, man. You know, little Jamel from Fort Greene used to be supreme. Do you have trouble with the deception? No, no. Um, but like I say, folks, that's what we gotta look at. We gotta look at what do we need to do. How can you tell when there's no hope for a young adult? Like, no, when they would never change. You know what? Like I say, I didn't change until what? I didn't change completely until it was like 28. I was 28 and I was away and my mother died. That's when I changed. No comment on those sneakers, man. No comment on them. Do you think Hoover is coming home? Larry, hopefully he do. I don't know. Hopefully he do. You know, everybody deserve like, like a chance. You know, right now, whereas everybody deserve, another chance. You know, hopefully he do. You know, but that's what we have to do. Be mindful. L. Davis, I try to be the truth. What I had to do is this what you gotta learn. In order to be honest with anybody else, you must first attempt to be honest with yourself. Glaze, how did you get your rage under control, man? I take medication, man. I take medication. What about C murder? I don't know about C murder. Morals, rules, accountability, and being an example. Yeah, Walter Lee, you're right, man. And that's the difference. And that's what I had to do. Learn. Thank you, no comment. I had to learn to hold myself accountable, of my wrongdoing. And Money Mike, I know Big Head Mike, that used to be with Skill from Brownsville. You have to hold yourself accountable, admit when you're wrong. And a lot of times we can't do that. A lot of times, you know what? Yeah, everybody can get away from that narcissist behavior, think you don't do nothing wrong. Everybody do something wrong. Everybody do something wrong. Because once again, that's what you got to understand. Admit if you're wrong about something, especially if somebody pointed out and they show you where you're wrong at. What's wrong with saying I'm sorry? What's wrong with saying I was wrong? There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of times nobody want to be wrong. But the difference if you wrong, you wrong. And that's the right thing to do to be true with yourself and anybody. Hey, I was wrong. I apologize and move on. We have to continue to lead by example. Yes, we have to continue to lead by example, but we have to have a good example to lead by. And that's the difference. We don't have to be, like I told you, I tell people all the time who I hate. I hate lazy people. I hate lazy people. I hate people think they slick, think they smarter than what they are, trying to always get over, looking for an easy way out or that fast dollar. I hate them. And you know why I hate them so much? Because that used to be me. That used to be me. That used to be me. You are the true blessings. Thank you to here to still teach you. You know what? Sometime right now you sit back. What is your purpose in life? All man, you know what I'm saying, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. And anyone that have a purpose, guess what? You got a purpose to live. You can cope and deal with almost anything. Yeah, I knew Killer Ben. I knew Killer Ben. Killer Ben was a good kid. You know, what's up, Glaze? I'm so proud of you. Okay, cool. Our young people see themselves in higher image. You know, but the difference is right now, what I had to do is learn. Because a lot of times we become who we become from fronting. Some people can't accept their wrongdoing and will never acknowledge their wrongdoing. So guess what? They living in denial. They setting themselves up to fail. They already fell. Because once again, like I know plenty of people, they don't want to admit. So a lot of people got that Donald Trump mentality. They think they don't do nothing wrong. Anything they do, they think is right. So that's the difference. They live in denial. They can see all the wrong with somebody else, but they cannot see the wrong with themselves. They think they're so perfect, but that's not it. And sometimes, guess what? When you around these people, what you have to do is you have to slowly, surely move yourself out of them. You have to surely move yourself away from them. Because once again, they definitely do not add value. They taking value away. And then the difference is right now, if you're around them long enough, you're gonna start picking up their negative behavior, their negative way, and you don't need that. You do not need that. Eliminate negativity. Later for that. Stay away from people that's not on a positive track or on the right track. Later for that. We need a country organization, OG, like yourself, to be an outreach program of today, children, man. Like I said right now, guess what facts? I hope you don't support Biden. You know what? Like I say, it's not even the point about who do you support. You know, period. Because after whatever you done seen, when you see the march on certain buildings and these people coming down and attack and nothing happened, you know, so what is there to support? What is there to support? It's like the lesser two evils. No, I don't try to even get caught up into that. Because the difference is right now is guess what? I think, guess what? That whole system is crooked. You know, everybody right now is right now got they hand in other people's pocket. And everything majority rules. My sister like that and never accept nothing wrong she does. Just stay away from her, period. You know, you got to stay away from people like that, man. You have to. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay away from people like that because once again, they live in denial. They look at everything everybody else do. But the difference is right now, most of them, guess what you're going to have them do? They hide behind materialistic things. They put on false image. You know why? Because they don't like themselves. So they feel they got to go shopping or they got to get the name brand this, name brand that. Can't afford it, but they feel they got to have it. Why they feel they got to have it? Because it make them feel good inside. They are very ugly from, and see, sometime right now, you can deal with a handsome guy. You know what I'm saying? Handsome guy, GQ, dresses behind off, or a beautiful woman, drop that gorgeous, dress her behind off. Like, wow, they are handsome and beautiful until they open their mouth and all that negative and all that nonsense come out of that. And you look them up and down, and guess what? You see them for who and what they are. They are devious, evil, sick people. And the difference right now is, you know what? Never judge a book by a cover. Because when you judge a book by a cover and you see them, and once you get to know them, trust me, people, you see a people on the outside, you think them know them, you don't know nobody until you live with them. You don't know nobody until you live with them. Okay, I sent it, sir. Brian Gibbs 120 and kind. Is that right? Yes, Brian. Yeah, Gibbs. It look right. It look right. And I got my glasses on. It do look right. But that's what I'm saying. Like you got a lot of people, they hide. They don't want to be honest with themselves. So if they can't be honest with themselves, how can they be honest with you? You know, to me, like I said right now, I am not proud of a lot of things I've done. I admit I hate myself for a lot of things I did. But the difference is I can live in my truth now. If I did something, guess what? I made a mistake. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna act like it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna act like, pretending like I'm so perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's why they put a eraser in the back of a pencil, because nobody's perfect. And that's the difference. You got to understand who you are, what you are, and what you stand for. Like to me, I'm still growing. Here it is right now is guess what? I'm still growing. You don't fool me, Glaze. I know you still, Radar Ops, you still got it in you. It's not the point about what I got it in me. The difference is right now is guess what? Yeah, sometimes a lot of us got certain things in us, but the difference is you know right from wrong. You know you can come to that line, but you can't cross that line. And don't get me wrong, like I said, to me, honestly speaking, I don't got nothing to prove. Only thing I'm gonna prove is, honestly speaking, that I can be the best person I can be. I got to be kind. How do we be kind to one another? How do we be kind to other mankind? How do we love and respect each other? That's what life is all about. That's what life is all about now. I don't, you know what, like I say, I done caused so much pain to others. I don't want to do that no more. I do not want to do that no more. And you know what, like I told you, reality check. Reality check is this: karma is a monster. Here it is: what you sow is what you reap. And the difference right now is, guess what? The worst thing that I ever had to deal with in my life is the death of my mother. And you talking about right now, when my mother died, incarcerated, locked down in a hole. And when I got that news, it was like the end of the world. You are so right. Life's too short. Like, yeah, life is too short. It was like the end of the world. And like right now, but I had to sit back and think. I had to sit back and think about what. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling the pain that I feel because of the loss of my mother. Then I had to sit back and think about the pain and suffering that I inflicted upon the victim and a victim family and the pain that I caused them. Wow. Reality check. Reality check. And you know what? Like I say, with that type of pain, you wouldn't wish upon your worst enemy. Thank you, Wolfie. And that's what we gotta understand. Folks, you see this? I know y'all probably think it's baby powder. This is not baby powder. Right now, and that's wisdom, understanding, knowledge, experience. You grew to understand what life is all about. You know what, like I say, like I tell people, when I made 40,000 a day, when I was ghetto rich, you know what? I had all the money in the world. Guess what? I was not happy. I was not happy. I was not happy. Sit back and think about it. Sometimes people think money make you happy. Nah, all money is not good money. And I wasn't happy. Despite I was a kid making $40,000 a day, I was not happy. My brother, what's up, my brother? Hey, look, right now you must be still traveling because I haven't heard from you, Professor. You got to give me a call, man. We got to play catch up. What make you happy? You know what make me happy? Living. What make me happy? Coaching, counseling, training, uplifting other people, letting them know they need to believe in themselves, letting them know right now is, guess what? I was lost, but now I'm found. And if they lost, I can try to help them. Just like right now, my story is my blueprint. It's a blueprint to stop these kids from making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. Listen, get your copy. See this right here? Get your copy by emailing me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Like I talk about this is my ministry. I talk about the good. I talk about the bad. I talk about the ugly. It's no shame in my game. I talk about my most vulnerable period, when I took losses, when I got beat up, when I got robbed. Here it is. Glaze look like Denzel watching 88. You know what? Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Just pulled back into Detroit. Had a week catch up. Hit me anytime. All right, man. Money was created for evilness. Yeah. Glaze, did you have resentment towards your father growing up? You know what? Oh man, you know what? Like I tell you right now, yeah, because sometime right now, if your father ain't with your mother or step off and go somewhere else or with another woman, yeah, you got resentment. And anybody say they don't, I think they lying. Because once again, like you say, you want your father and mother to be together, but sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes right now is, guess what? Just because guy, girl get together and sit back and think about that. Sit back and think about it. Listen to some of your friends, what they say. Oh man, a friend talk about, yo, this chick, they talking bad about that chick. Like she ain't no good, she this, she that, she that. Then you got the chick talking bad about the guys. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. But then again, sit back and think about it. Then they turn around and have baby by these individuals. You already talked it in existence. So here it is. Now you talking about this dude is no good or this girl is no good. You knew that all along. Why did you have a baby by her? Why do you went to the next level? You know what? I remember one time, man, like, I was attracted to this girl and I liked that. I thought she was cool. She was cool. And the difference is right now, we got close to going to the next level. And for some reason, you know what? I noticed something. We was about to have sex, but I noticed something. As she taking off her clothes, like for some reason, I noticed something about her nail. And her nails was dirty. And I'm like looking at her nails as far as being dirty. I'm saying to myself, if her nails dirty, what else is dirty? So it's like right now where it's like, I had to put the brake on it. And, my friend at the time, her was friends, and she go like this, look, Glaze, such and such say that, y'all was about to go all the way, then all of a sudden you just backed up. Why? And she wanted to know. I said, nah, I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel right or whatever. I didn't have no protection. And she go like this, come on, come on, come on, come on. And she kept pushing me. And you know what? Every time she kept pushing me, finally I told her, I said, look, her nails was filthy. And if her nail is filthy, what else is filthy? And I couldn't do that. So you know what? Like I told you right now, people, desperate people do desperate things. And you got to see the sign. And guess what? The sign is there all the time. Life is a sign. And we got to know whether people coming to us with positive energy or negative energy. And to me, if you're not coming around me, I can tell if, when I deal with people, I can tell if I'm going to talk to them again. Even if we grew up together. Based upon the conversation, if they still stuck in the past, I already know I will not be talking to them again because I don't have time for that. Sometimes it's time for change. Nothing remain the same. Listen, thank y'all for joining me. That's when you say, I think I heard my mother calling me. Okay, my brother, what's up, Frank? Hygiene is a big thing for me too. Hygiene is it, man. Like my mother used to always say, man, listen, go out there, wash your behind, because you never know what's gonna happen. You never know, like I said, you get hit by a car and you got on, you know, dirty, nasty, funky underwears. That's embarrassing. And I'm gonna share this story before I go. I remember when I got out and my son came, staying with me or whatever. And he was like, what, 12 years old. So you try to teach him things, the important hygiene. And some of the things I was trying to teach him, like flossing, flossing your teeth, brushing, gargling, brushing your tongue. But besides that, one time I was doing his laundry. And when I was doing his laundry, I noticed some stain in his underwears. So I said, yo, man, come here. I said, look, bro. I said, here it is, man. Look, you got to know how to clean yourself. He said, what you mean? I said, look, man, you got to learn. Say if you got to take a dump. I said, you got two rags, especially if you're home. You got your wash rag for your face and you got your body rag for your body. Okay? So the difference right now is if you take a dump, make sure you wash your ass, especially if home. Even if you're not home, you know what you need to do? Guess what? You need to get something and wipe real good. I said, because what's going to happen is as you get older and you get to the nitty gritty and these girls look at you, oh man, this dude's fly, he's cute, he look good, dressed nice, got the wavy hair. The difference is as soon as you take down your clothes and as soon as you take on your underwears, and if she see any type of stain in your underwears, guess what? You ain't getting nothing. And you know what she gonna do? She gonna go back and tell all her friends. And guess what? Here, if you still in school, guess what? Everybody gonna know it. They're gonna be calling you shitty, shitty, bang, bang. So the difference is what you need to do is take care of yourself. If she can't keep her hair clean, she don't keep, but trust me, Glad you make me laugh. You know what? But that's what it's all about, being honest. And you know what? Listen, as my son as he got older, and I can remember, I think he turned what, 19, 20. He said, yo, well, I want to come back and stay with you because, I'm a man now, you a man. I said, listen, man, you ain't no man. You probably still got stain in your underwear. He said, nah, 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 nah. What you mean, nah? He said, no, I don't. I said, why don't you? He said, I listen to what you say. I said, what did I say? Talking about the rags, making sure you had two rags, making sure. And that's what it's all about. Teaching, coaching, counseling, uplifting. When there's no communication, there's no understanding. When there's no understanding, everything is mass chaos. Glaze, what comedy make you laugh? It all depends, man. It all depends. Hey, but listen, folks, thank you for joining in. Hey, check out that latest piece that I dropped on, I'm saying, Frenchie versus the Supreme Team, Kenneth McGriff and Gerald Prince Miller. Check that out. Hey, listen, also hit me up. If y'all got some stories or different ideas, let me know. I started teaching minds at 2 years old. You got to. I must admit, it's crazy listening to your positive vibe, knowing your past. You know what? Like I told you, you grow up. Mate, if I walk in the toilet and see any stain or anything funny about and off, yeah, exactly. That's the same thing, man. Because it's like, period. Certain places I couldn't go to the bathroom. Even right now, like leaving New York, going to South Carolina as kids. Back then, when I was coming up, they didn't have bathroom. They had outhouses, and guess what? Brother used to stay constipated. I wasn't going back there. Oh my God, serious, Mr. Gibbs. What the heck you talking about? In regards to what, Joyce? In regards to what? I'm just trying to keep it real. That's all, OG. Any story on 50 Cent, the rapper? Nah, like I say, he doing his thing, man. Like, look at that dude, man. Blow up. Hey, King of New Jersey, what's going on? Outhouse. Nasty as. Yeah, man, that's how it was back then, man. You right. Outhouse, nasty as. Come on, man. Man, I'm not going back there. People. Hey, listen, folks. Thank y'all very much for joining in. But listen, if y'all got any topic or anything y'all want to discuss, hit me up, man. Email me, Brian Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Oh, gee, why you took down the outpo, mister? You know what? Listen, in due time, it'll be back up. Sometime right now, what you have to do is a lot of things go deep in the original surface, and sometimes you can know certain things, but guess what? Sometimes you got to respect other wishes because of the fact is, until everything become official, sometimes you got to leave it alone. And to me, like, that's what life is all about. If somebody come to me about certain things, get at me soon, okay? If somebody come at me about a certain things, I always try to make sure I be mindful and respectful. The difference is right now, you're never trying to be spiteful or hurt people, bottom line, under any condition. So the difference is right now is all about what's come around goes around. So to me, like I say, with that situation or whatever, about that video or whatever, you know what? I'll probably do a video about that. I'll probably do a video about that. Hey, but once again, listen, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, share my content. The difference right now, the more people out there are aware. Alpo, do y'all was good, dude. Yeah, you know what, like I told you, you learn, you live and you learn. But like I said, I'm pretty sure Alberto regat a lot of different things. And the difference is, a lot of times you get caught up into that lifestyle. I'm saying you get caught up in that lifestyle. I'm saying her UOG. Also, did you hear an Apple new book? He will claim the night he killed Rich, seeing a teenage Jay-Z on the block. Like I told you right now, he got a hell of a story. Brooklyn Nets taking it this year, bro. How about that? I don't know, man. The bottom line, they still got to play the game. If that's the case, they would just shut the season down and give Brooklyn Nets the championship. I don't know, man. They still got to play the game, man. You know what? That's why they play. I'm always with the underdogs, man. So the difference is, I think sometimes talent, too much talent, is too much, and that's probably right now is they probably got too much of talent, not enough balls. Hey, listen, thank y'all for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe my content. This is my ministry, and like I said, I'm not your typical minister. I'm going to talk about the good, I'm going to talk about the bad, I'm going to talk about the ugly. Listen, peace, love, and prosperity. Happy Good Friday, and like I say, safe Easter. Thank y'all very much. Bye bye.